Hey y'all. So I have a story to tell y'all real quick. And it's just the start of my new YouTube channel called Girl You Talk Too Much. Because life is just too short for you to not talk about it. Okay, so let me just get right on into it. So I was so terrified. I was so terrified to be a single parent. Because who prepares to be a single parent? I was terrified. I'm gonna be honest with you. And a lot of people like to hear me talk about certain stuff that I went through for some reason. And I don't mind sharing anything that I've went through or anything that I've done because I always know it's somebody that need to hear it or somebody that just want to know, because it's going to help them in the long run. So I had this whole thing planned out that when I start having kids, I'm going to be with my kid's father and I'm just going to have a happy family and all this stuff like that. But honey, don't we know everything don't always go as you planned it or as you would want it to go. So here I am going through certain stuff and realizing that, this is not working. A lot of stuff had transpired. A lot of stuff went on. And I won't go into too much detail, but a lot of stuff happened. And I stayed in a situation. I stayed into a relationship because I thought that it can possibly work. Because I never wanted my kids to grow up and not be in a house with their father. But that's not how that went. It took a shift. It took a whole nother turn. But the thing is, I was truly scared. I was really scared to be a single mom because I'm like, who about to raise these kids? And I didn't have just one baby. I had two. But I still have two babies, and one was not even one yet, and the other one was one, about to be two, and my other baby about to turn one. And I'm like, I don't even have a job. Like, I've been sitting home watching these kids and, like what I'm supposed to do. So here I am. I'm trying to figure everything out. And I'm praying and I'm crying. And at this point, I'm just so stressed. I'm frustrated. I'm depressed. I'm just eating. I'm just gaining weight. And I'm just really I don't know. I'm just in a mess, really. So I decided that, okay, I'm going to go back home. I'm going to go back home and I'm just going to stay with one of my family members and this is what I'm going to do. So I ended up going back home and within like a week, I realized like, hey, this is not it. Like, this is not it. I had seen so much and I was just so stressed because I was like, no, my babies don't deserve this. And when you have little babies, it's kind of hard to be in somebody else's house that don't have little babies. So I'm sitting here like, this not it. This is not it. So I had asked one of my friends, I was like, hey, I need somewhere to stay. Me and my kids don't have nowhere to go. Can I stay with you? And that certain person said, yes, they let me come stay with them for like 14 days. And, trying to get my mind together. And I'm sitting here in a rut and I'm sitting here, like, I'm stressed out. Like, what to do? I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know where to go. I just don't. So then I start like filling out different applications for like people who are homeless or people who's like going through certain stuff in their life. I'm trying to look for help. I'm trying to find every resource that I can possibly find because I'm like, I can either move on and try to figure this thing out, or I can just go back to this house where my kids is comfortable. But I'm like, okay, my kids are comfortable there, but I'm not. And it's not healthy for me. And if they don't have a healthy mom and I can't think in a certain place, then that's not going to be good for my babies. And I want the best for my babies. And so I end up going there to where a certain individual let us stay. And then I was like, I'm going back. I'm going back to that house because maybe it can possibly work. I'm just go back. I went back and oh baby, it got worse. It got worse. I'm talking about when I tell you it got worse, it got worse because situations and different things had transpired and it wasn't gonna work. And so here I am. I'm saying, okay, I'm about to leave. I'm about to go move to Atlanta. So I go to Atlanta and I'm sitting here like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a whole nother life. I'm not going back nowhere down that way. And I'm just gonna raise my kids up here and we gonna make it work. I'm gonna find a job up here and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and this is what I'm gonna do. But so I move up there and I'm sitting here like, this ain't it. This not it either. This is not it. So I go back to the house again. I go back to the house. Maybe it'll work. Or maybe something will happen. Maybe it'll work, you know? And I know they both parents need their kids, you know? And I'm saying like, okay, let's try to make it work. I go back. Oh baby, it got worse. It got worse. I could laugh about it now. It got worse. And so I finally got into a place where I said, I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to wait till something open up. And in that moment, I was just praying, I was crying, and I was just really hoping that something just really come through, that really something come open for me and my babies. And it was really hard. It was frustrating, and I didn't know what to do. And I was just so scared because I'm like, how am I do this? How am I going to do life? How I'm going to get somewhere to stay for my babies? And I was just so afraid because I didn't want to seem as if I was an unfit mother, couldn't take care of my kids, So I was really scared. I didn't know what to do. And I didn't know whether should I just stay in this situation or just deal with it for the sake of my kids, or should I just get out? And so I just started thinking, and I just constantly started moving. I had people, this certain person, they would be with me through the whole thing, and I would just be crying and talking to them. And they was really kind of thinking for me, do this, go do that, go do this, go do that. Okay, you did this, don't worry about it. And what they were doing, they were trying to get my mind off of the situation to the point to where it put my mind in a place where I could not think and I could not do or handle the things that I needed to handle. So they was constantly calling me. I was constantly calling them, and they was like, do this, do that, go here, go there, and don't give up and do it. But to make a long story kind of short, I just kept going because I know I wanted to come out of something. And I know I deserve better. And I know my kids deserve better. And I know I needed to do what I needed to do for the sake of me and my kids. So as I began to fill out applications, fill out certain things, certain doors started to open for me. And I just went for it. And my thing is, if I had to tell somebody something, is that sometimes you in situations that you don't want to be in. And it can get scary out here trying to take care of your kids because you want your kids to have a better life than what you had. Or it's certain things that you want your kids to have. And it's certain ways that you want to go. And that stuff can get real depressing. It can get real crazy. I was to the point one time where I was thinking, I was like, maybe my kids better off with somebody else. What if I just do this and do that? Maybe I shouldn't live. I don't want to live, but deep down in my mind, I want to live, but at that moment, I'm thinking the best decision to make is just to go, right? So that's what I end up doing. I end up just getting my mind together, and then I end up moving. So you don't have to be scared to move out. Do what's best for you and your kids. You don't have to stay in a situation. Everything begin to just work out for me and my kids. And you don't have to be scared to do it. Get your support system. Somebody's going to help you through it. And you can get out of it. And God will make a way from you. And ever since then, I've been good. I mean, everything worked out in my favor. And things are still happening. So don't be scared to be no single parent like I will. Try to get on out there and go on about your business, okay? I love you. Bye.